live from Studio B, Can TV, Channel 21, Black Star, still rising. And I'm your host, Silver Black Butterfly. Glad to have you folks here today. And before I go any further, got to do these shout-outs. I love talking about the people that make this program possible. The Black Star Still Rising. And the Black Star Still Rising is sponsored by the Black Star Project in memory of Philip Jackson, its founder, and continued lovingly by his lovely sister, Gloria Smith, the executive director of the Black Star Project. I want to also shout out to our studio producers, and that's Imani Payne, wave your hand like you just don't care, and Rocio Santos that make this possible. And I could not do this without my associate producers, Dr. Michael Washington, who is the associate producer for guest engagement, and Ellis, the Taylor man, who is the associate producer for studio and what are we supposed to be? No, I was supposed to tell you that. No. I'm riffing on this, but for guest engagement. Thank you all for being here and witnessing this program today. I'm excited. And before we go any further, you've got to get your pencil and papers out. Your people at the Kroc Center, the folks at the Atlas Center on Cregier, get your pencil and papers out. There will be information that you will want to pass on to others. And in a minute, I'm going to announce this guest that I'm excited about. And I'm almost sure there's going to be an encore. From what I found out and know about this lady, I am so happy that she is here with us and going to be telling us and sharing some things that are going to be, can I say, existentially important. You know that's got to be good. We have with us today Erika Birdie Shavers. Erika, welcome to be here with us today. And you start to tell me a little about, I was going to say, not Birdie, but what's the other term? Hole-in-one Shavers. But you're not official hole-in-one. You had your hole-in-one, but it's not official.
Right, two unofficial hole-in-ones.
But you did something that people pray to do. I bet Trump is envious of you. We won't talk about him and how he keeps score. Huh?
Right.
You can teach him how to keep score.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the programs that you have.
Well, where
do we start?
Where do we start?
Tell us. Well, I know one thing. You at NIU, came out of Columbia College.
Correct. Yes.
You were in marketing. Have been in marketing.
Advertising.
Advertising.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you had some other exciting. Oh, sister, one of the Divine Nine Sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Beta Chapter.
Yes.
Thank you, sister.
Yes.
Good to have you here. Go ahead now.
Well, first, thank you, Silver Butterfly.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of nicknames, by the way.
Okay. That's where the birdie came from, right?
Yes. No, thank you so much for having me on your show. I'm honored and privileged to be here to share my story, especially during Women's History Month.
That's why we're so glad to have you. You're the last guest for Black History.
Really?
I mean, for Women's Month. Yes.
Women's Month. Yes, Women's History Month. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a native Chicagoan.
Okay.
I'm the oldest of two brothers. There's three of us. And as you mentioned, I went to NIU and got my undergraduate degree at Columbia College here in Chicago. And currently, I am the founder of a women's ladies league, Ladies on the Green. We're celebrating our 14th season. So shout out to Ladies on the Green. I'm currently the community director of community outreach with First Tee, Greater Chicago.
Make one quick thing. LPPHE. You're
LPGA,
officially
yes.
That's such a distinction. Just tell us a little quick bit about that.
Okay, so
and that distinction that you have.
LPGA, we're a ladies professional golf association.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I became the 20th African American teaching pro.
Did you teach Tiger anything?
No.
You didn't teach him anything?
No, I did not.
Unfortunately.
No, I didn't. He taught me a few things,
okay.
though. He taught me a few things. But it's exciting to celebrate that there's 29 African American female teaching pros.
And you're one of 29.
And I'm one of 29. So I'm really
Can
excited.
I congratulate you on that?
Yes, you sure can. You sure
Yes,
can.
yes.
Thank you. And so I'm really proud of that accomplishment. I love teaching. I love impacting the lives of men and women and young people through the game of golf. And I love it so much that I'm celebrating 9 years with First Tee.
Now you have to tell us how you got into it, and got into it before a lot of women started making it popular.
Well, so I share that story, Butterfly, in a book called A Purpose-Driven Woman.
Show it up on the screen.
Purpose-Driven Woman.
Okay.
14 memoirs on becoming fearless and intentional. And I share my story of how I reinvented myself through the game of golf.
I think I read something about how golf is transformative. I think you might tell us about how golf is transformative, and maybe more importantly, how important it is for women to start to, if they aren't in it now, to look at the possibilities of playing golf.
Well, let's first start off with golf is just a fun sport in general. Golf is just a fun sport to learn, and there's benefits to playing the game of golf.
Okay.
Like it gets the body moving. Okay. So walking 9 holes or 18 holes keeps your blood flowing. The adrenaline, the exercise is very helpful. It's a great networking opportunity.
You can do it for a long period of time.
You can do it for a long period of time. I've seen plenty of 80-year-old, 90-year-old men and women playing the game.
Octogenarians playing the game still?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So those benefits of the game, I always encourage people to take up the sport. Doctors even encourage, seniors to pick up the sport to keep them moving, right? To keep them exercising. And it's a great way to meet people and build friendships. One of the reasons why I started my women's league, Ladies on the Green, 14 seasons ago, was to build camaraderie and friendships among other women and helping them to learn how to play the game. And so,
is that like men using golf and being on the course to close business deals and talk about? And that's some of the things now with career women doing more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it will always be a networking opportunity for men and women to, do business deals on the golf course.
Okay.
I know when I was in the real estate industry, I met several people and did quite a few real estate transactions just by being affiliated with the game of golf. And so yeah, my story is like many others. I started late in life. I didn't start like at in high school or in college. I picked up golf late in life watching Tiger Woods.
What prompted you? Was it watching Tiger on TV, or what made you go into? But you didn't see many other women in golf, though.
I didn't. Not at the time.
Yeah.
Not at the time. I picked it up watching Tiger Woods and playing Wii Sports video game.
Is that some with your brother?
So Wii Sports was this video game that came out around 2006, 2007, and I became obsessed with it.
Okay.
But during the real estate crash, I lost everything. I lost my job in the mortgage industry. I was downsized from my position in the mortgage industry, and then I just found myself obsessed with golf, and so I decided to take private lessons, group lessons, and it just became something I really enjoyed.
Is that part of a purpose-driven
It's part
life?
of the story that I co-authored in the book. A part of.
And I want you to tell me about some of the other women who are in there besides you. You are in it, as I saw.
Yes, I'm in it. There's 13 other amazing women in this book. They tell
any
their
that we would
stories.
know of? Chicago, anybody's?
I can't really say off the top of my head.
Okay.
But Muja, who I know very, personally. She and the creator of this collaboration, Felicia Shakespeare. She's amazing. She tells her story. I mean, there is just amazing stories in here that will help inspire other women.
Okay.
I think, and my story is just one of them that would inspire women through the game of golf. And so I would say, if you're interested in picking up a copy, reach out to me.
Here. This is the copy. They got a phone number that they can call or email?
They can email me directly. They can call me directly, and I can give them.
What's the number they can call?
773-502.
572
502
502
0259.
0259. Write that down. We're going to get back to that a little bit later on. But now go ahead.
So where was I? So I picked up the sport late in life. I started working at a golf course right here in Chicago, South Shore Golf Course, and I spent 6 seasons working there, just trying to figure out, what I wanted to do with the rest of my life.
And how fast did your game go or proceed in those early stages?
I got good in a short period of time, Butterfly. I mean, I put a lot of time in practicing and playing, and I took lessons. You know, I always encourage, you know, beginners to take group lessons, private lessons, and I got good in a short period of time, and then First Tee came into my life.
And lessons make the difference. It's like in skiing. You can maybe natural in some sense, but golf was never natural for me. And for many people, golf is not a natural thing. It does take training. And what do you, as a instructor, as a trainer, do and instill with women or people come? Because you coach men and women. You coach the schools at Kenwood and South Shore.
Kenwood and South Shore. I started a team at South Shore. These are humble beginnings. I was just trying to find my way, and I just decided I would start a team at South Shore High School, and I was there for about 5 seasons. Then I went over to Kenwood, and
is that the old South Shore or the new prep?
The new
one,
South Shore
okay.
Prep. Yes.
I lived right across the street.
Just really
from there,
enjoyed teaching the kids and inspiring them to pick golf as a way of building friendships, learning a new sport. There's a lot of rewards in learning the game. A lot of scholarships that we offer
that are
available now, especially for girls. And girls golf is my passion as well. Butterfly. I really love teaching young girls how to play the game. It's growing, it's expanding. I mean, you wouldn't know this, but there are 11 women's golf leagues in Chicago, and there may be more, but I'm aware of 11 women's golf leagues.
I'm not. Oh man, I can't figure out how far back that I remember a black female pro, and there was the one that she was a tennis player. She's one of the earliest ones. She was a great tennis.
Althea Gibson.
Althea Gibson, yes. Are there some black women on the circuit now that we would know about?
There are 6. I just saw on social media. There's 6 women of color that are on the Epson tour.
Okay, Epson
Tour. It's one of the tours through LPGA, and Mariah Stackhouse. Is one that's doing tremendous on the circuit. There's another young lady, I can't think of her name right now, but there's 6 women right now that are on the Epson Tour, women of color. And we just hope to encourage and build that pool of girls to want to at least aspire to play golf. There are a lot of organizations out there supporting young girls to pick up the game, get the lessons, play in tournaments, and I hope to be a part of that at some point.
By the way, do you need in one of the associations volunteers to either help or teach, instruct?
Absolutely.
Some of the organizations that you belong to?
Absolutely. As I was about to mention earlier, First Tee, we pride ourselves on our donors, our volunteers, our lead coaches who help to engage kids in the sport and help to grow our organization.
What golf place do you operate out of? One of the golf courses like South Shore or what?
South Shore, Jackson Park, and we operate out of 11 program sites right now. And so South Shore, Jackson Park, Harborside, there's another location on the north side, Waveland, one of our hub locations, and we just opened up another one in Evanston.
And do you teach at all of those, or?
I personally don't teach. I personally teach not out of that one, but I personally teach out of South Shore, Jackson Park, Harborside, and East Bay Club.
If somebody wanted to find out more information about you or the courses, and when are they going to be available again, with the weather turning hopefully nice?
Well, we have an indoor facility. I teach indoors. And I could, provide my email address, my phone number if anyone wants to reach me directly.
Go and provide it now while we're on it.
So my phone number is 773-502-0259. You can reach me at swingeasygolflessons@gmail.com, swingeasygolflessons@gmail.com. You can also reach me if your children are interested in learning the game of golf.
What ages are you talking about now?
Ages 4 to 18
Wait
years
a minute.
old.
You're saying that somebody 4 years old can start
Mm-hmm.
and start to learn? What can you teach a 4-year-old?
Well, I mean, kids.
No,
I'm
happy teaching you, but I'm trying to see a 4-year-old swing the golf.
Their attention span is a little short, but they can learn.
Okay.
They can learn too.
I think some of those early pictures of Tiger,
Yeah,
He was
he
about
was 2 years old.
2?
He was 2 years old.
Okay.
He was 2 years old.
And what's the importance of golf for young kids now? It's not a big thing in the black community, but it's growing, isn't it, in terms of the
It's
students?
I think it's growing exponentially. I mean,
Okay.
I'm a part of two boards, if I can mention that.
Yes,
Jackson
you
Park
can.
Golf Association is a board that I'm on. And our mission is to be more inclusive through the game of golf. CEO Superheroes is another board that I'm on, and we're working with them in partnership with First Tee to introduce golf to their children. So there's access to golf in the city of Chicago, and there are more and more girls learning to play. There are more and more organizations supporting youth golf. Bobolinks, for example, is another organization. They've been around
Bobolinks,
since
that's a whole one.
1954, and they're run through Chicago Women's Club,
Okay.
Chicago Women's Golf Club, and they're like the oldest women's golf club in the city.
I remember that. I thought it was 1949 because I remember my brother-in-law playing at the, isn't that out south, Bobolinks? Where's that at?
Yes,
Okay.
out south, yes.
Is that the one that used to be Joe Lewis? There was a Joe Lewis.
Well, there's a Joe Lewis golf course.
Still, okay.
Yeah, so it's still there. Great course. They were in great condition last year when I played, and I like that course. I like it a lot, actually.
You know, when we were preparing for today, you mentioned something that was very interesting. You said golf has a spiritual connection.
It does, yeah. For me, yes, golf has a spiritual connotation for me. I mean, connecting with nature, being outside amongst just quiet. I mean, it evokes quiet and calmness for me.
Okay.
You know, it's become my solace and enjoyment for a very long time.
So it's been a relaxing thing, and it came at a right time. Was that the
Came at
time
the
that
right
you
time.
had lost your job and
Yes.
lost some business,
Yes,
and golf
absolutely.
came into your life? Who gave you your first set of clubs, or you just had to buy it yourself?
I just bought them.
Okay.
You know, I was real grown.
But then,
So
they talk about, I guess it's kind of expensive, relatively expensive to get started.
yes.
What
it
do you have to
can
do to
be.
get started?
Well, I mean, you know, when students come to me for lessons, I caution them, you know, about going out just buying clubs off the
Okay.
rack. Like you really technically want to be fitted for clubs, but I tend to measure them up fairly well in terms of, you know, the weight of the shaft, the length of the club.
And the nomenclature you're talking about, too, to expose them so they'll know what they're talking about.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So I started out with a beginner set. You know, a beginner set will
What does that include? What clubs for that?
Well, there's about 7 to 9 clubs for a beginner set.
Okay.
You know, you get a putter.
Okay.
Okay.
That's basic.
That's basic.
Drive?
You know, you get a driver.
Okay, that's basic.
You also get like maybe a 7, an 8, and a 9 iron. You get a pitching wedge and a sand wedge.
If you wanted to give a little course about which clubs to use, or what do you use, a 7 and a 9? I hear that all the time from golfers. What determines what club you're using? Is it that scientific, or just the nuances of the game?
So each club travels a certain distance.
Okay.
Okay, and the lower the number, like a 3, 4, 5, travels the furthest distance.
Okay.
And the higher the number travels the shortest distance. So
Okay.
based on the distance of the hole, you're going to determine which club you need to use. and the yardage will be different per person. Like I might swing my 7 iron 130 yards, and you may swing your 7 iron and hit a ball 160
How many yards can you hit if I'm not being first? Can you tell us off on the tee?
Right now, if my swing is warmed up, I can hit my driver maybe 225.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
230 is decent. I mean,
very
at my
good, huh?
age still, you know. I did just have a big birthday last month, so but I'm still swinging the club relatively, you know, at a good speed.
And when will you start to go out again? And do you tour at all? Do you go to other cities and tournaments, etc.?
I want to play in more tournaments. That's something that I'm aspiring to do.
Okay.
In the you know, the years ahead. But I play recreationally. Yeah.
Well, I drive past the course almost every day, and in the last week I've seen people out on the Jackson Park golf course.
Yeah. Jackson Park is open all year round.
Oh, is
for the
it
most
really?
part. I mean, you know,
Okay.
weather permitting.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of the courses that remains open.
Tell me, can you talk about some of the plans I've heard for Tiger Woods sponsoring or being a part of a group You're smiling a little bit. About sponsoring or building a golf course that's close to the Obama Center. Is that what's happening? Are you hearing anything about that?
No, there's no more conversation regarding that at the
Oh, really?
moment. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that something political? If you can say.
Well, I'm not at liberty to speak on it at all.
Yes.
To be quite honest, I mean, it started out as an awesome idea, I thought, in my opinion, and with the city and the park and a lot of different groups involved, it just hasn't materialized yet. But that doesn't mean that it won't at some point.
Do you mind I've got to take a commercial break for
Sure.
a second. I want to
Yes.
tell folks to write this phone number down because this is being sponsored by the Black Star Project. And the Black Star Project has a bunch of things that are going to be happening over the rest of the year and into the summer. The number is 773-285-9600. Now, this is a phone number. If you don't get somebody directly, if you leave a number, somebody's going to call you back. It's not going to go into the netherworld, etc. You're going to get a call back if you leave a message. But here's some of the programs, and we'll talk about the ages. I think I have the ages here. No. The Kimberly Lightfoot Saturday University, and that's on Saturdays, and that's going to go at least, I think, into the summertime. We've got the Philip Jackson Youth Development Program. We've got the Philip Jackson Freedom School, and we have Young Black Men of Honor. Please call 773-285-9600 to find out more information about the programs that are coming up. And they'll be looking forward to enrolling your kid. And because of the intergenerational set of programs go from, I think, 8 on up, but it includes parental involvement, grandparent involvement also. So important, all you folks that are listening in to the Black Star Still Rising program, make sure you make a call after this is over to get involved with the programs. What are some of the interesting things that's happened in golf? I know there's a bunch of stories.
There's a lot of stories. If I can plug one story in particular, First Tee is celebrating its 25th year anniversary.
That's here based in Chicago.
That's here based
First
in Chicago.
Tee.
First
Hold
Tee,
on.
Greater Chicago.
Can I do it for you? You can talk. All right.
First Tee, Greater Chicago. We're celebrating our 25th year anniversary, impacting young people through the game of golf, and we're really excited about that achievement. I know we have an awesome outreach program in the schools, working
Are we
with.
talking about the public schools or schools?
Yes,
period?
public schools.
Okay.
Public schools, elementary schools, high schools. Other nonprofit organizations like Girls Inc., My Block, My Hood, My City. And so we're really just excited about the work that we've done in the community. So that's something to really celebrate.
When you first started, tell us a little bit about the stories when you got going. And what was, because I'll tell you about my time. First time I was at 100, hit 110.
I didn't really start keeping score until, I think the highest score I might have had maybe was 102 when I first
Now I'm
started.
talking about 9 holes. That was 110.
Oh. Well, like for 9 holes, if I can recall,
I shouldn't admit that.
an old scorecard, maybe 60 something.
That was very good.
60 something.
You hit that recently?
No.
That was just in the early part of your career.
I might have messed up and did a 55 or 59. I won't say mess up. I mean,
Okay.
like you have good days and not so good
Okay.
days. I put it like that.
But you're still out in nature. It's transformative.
Transformative.
As you mentioned before, there's a spiritual element to it. I don't think I could get a spiritual element in playing basketball. I played it until I was about 41, but I had to hang it up, hang up my gym shoes after that. Phone number again, 773-285-9600. Give us the phone numbers for contacting you.
773-502-0259.
And that's for what?
Just anything related to golf.
Okay. Will you answer the phone?
I will answer the phone.
You will answer the phone.
I will answer the phone.
And if they leave a message?
I will.
You're the one's
The
going to
text
call them
will
back.
probably be the better.
Text is better?
Yeah, I'm really slow about it, checking.
I appreciate text. You can leave a message and folks will get to it at their convenience. I'm looking forward to with you coming back. I know it's got to be encore performance, what things are we looking forward to in terms of programs that you can talk about?
There's a caddy program at Jackson Park Golf
Talk about the
Course.
caddy. I think that's the way to
yes,
get.
the
Tell
caddy
us about
program.
that
Yeah,
one.
the caddy program at Jackson Park Golf Course through the Jackson Park Golf Association and the Western Golf Association. There's a caddy program at South Shore.
The Western Golf Association,
Yeah.
is that an area of the country?
Oh no,
or-
Western Golf Association. They are responsible for the Evans Scholar.
The Evans Scholar.
Right, correct.
Is
And-
Evans named after somebody?
Yes, it is. I'm at a roadblock right now in terms
Okay.
of the history of it, but they provide opportunities and scholarships to kids who are caddies,
Okay.
right? And so they
That's a
offer
pretty
it right
good
here in the
paying
city of
job for
Chicago.
caddies,
It
isn't it?
is.
They can make
it
a
is.
little
lot
money,
of
huh?
kids make some really good money
Right.
caddying.
That's how they pick up the profession.
That's
too.
how
I
they
mean,
pick
not
it
the
up.
profession, but the sport itself.
The sport itself. Not all kids that caddy play golf.
Mm-hmm.
I know this year we're going to create an opportunity for them to do a clinic and learn a little bit more about the sport. But yeah, become a caddy. You can become a junior coach. Help other kids learn the game. There's a lot of opportunities for young people in the city of Chicago regarding golf.
I want to thank you. Can I shake your hand? Come
You
on.
sure can.
All right. To my AKA Sora, thank you for being on the show.
Thank
Looking
you for
forward to
having
having you
me.
back.
Thank you. Thank you for
Because I
having
know
me.
it's going to be more talk about your next official hole-in-one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not one official hole in one. I
Yeah.
got two unofficial, but I want to at least get one.
Get an
official
official
hole-in-one.
hole-in-one.